Hey guys, welcome yet again to another Loomian Legacy Sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got ourselves a Slivyce sweep. Yeah, that's my first time I ever said the name for a while, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So we got ourselves a Slivyce sweep, one of the newer Loomian added to the game on the, I'm assuming the Lunar event, I think it was. Um, which is something I was not exactly was hoping for. I was hoping for no more events, no more of that. Please just give us an update next time. And of course, it had to be an event. Like, of course, they obviously had to do it. It's just a tradition at this point. So yeah, so we got Slivyce here, a Ice Dark type with pretty cool abilities, two cool abilities, and a signature move. Now, obviously, we're gonna try to use of the move, signature move, and a couple of its abilities. Now, looking at stats, it is kind of mid because it's not exactly a sweeper in general. So it has already pretty okay attack with 102, 103 for melee defense. That's just kind of a little bit weird. It has some 88, some solid speed with 88, 83 for energy, 83 also for health, and then range attack and the range defense is 73 and 61. So it's a very, not really a sweeping Loomian. Now, disclaimer, obviously, as I said, this thing is not a sweeper. Now, I have tried this sweep for a very long time, actually only up to 2 days or something like that in total. Now, the reason I got this sweep is because I had to do it once and for all, show people how the sweeps works. Now, just a disclaimer, people, I've tried multiple battles, and this Loomian was so terrible. Like, you have no idea how many attempts I have to get through in order to get the sweep. And this thing gets easily countered by many Loomians, especially fire or speedy Loomians. And yeah, I'm just sick of this Loomian. I just want to get over with it. And I hope you enjoy this one. Alright, so you just better enjoy. You better like and subscribe. If you don't, you have just watched a sweep for no reason. And I don't know why you're here if you're not here to like my video. But please, just give me one. I really appreciate it. Now, we're also going to be using the signature move we're going to be looking at is ICICLE Fang, which is an ice type, and the user pierced the targets with their frozen fangs. This move lands critical hits more often. So this thing is rather a good move in case you're versus something, I don't know, like something that has a major defense and a huge what's that gonna call it? Something that has a lot more tank in it. So you're likely going to need some crits. Now, also that, sorry for the yeah, okay, stop. Also that, we're also going to be using one of its signature abilities, Puncture. Now, I was going to try use Toxic Sack. Literally, I don't know why it's even called that, but you know what? It's what it is. But we're going to use Puncture as its ability. Alright? Good morning, you two, Rocky. My dog just woke up. That's why you're hearing it. And basically, the possessors. Oh my god, I hate to say these complicated words. Biting moves bypasses opponent's melee defense stats boost, and basically, like for example, if the opponent go for like a bunch of rays, and basically trying to stack them up, well, this ability, Puncture, basically ignores all those boosts and still bypasses them, which is what I was gonna try use. But in this sweep, this one was actually just chosen by the Loomian itself. Now, disclaimer, funny enough, is that when I was doing this, when I was about to get this sweep before the trading and stuff happened, I actually managed to do the exact same thing as I got the Borealisk moment, where I actually got it as a Gleaming before I even got its perfect up. So that is actually going to be completely lucky because I wasn't even going for it, but I'm going to show you also that one as well. Now, like I said, this sweep was completely took for me forever, and I hope you're going to enjoy this one. Let's get into the first battle, and I'll tell you more about it once I'm in it. Alright, let's get into the first battle. And we got a battle against the Mioto? Miyamoto? I think that's the name. And we're gonna see how this sweep ended up. So we got a Novadius, and we got myself my Geklo lead here. And all I'm gonna have to do is go for a nice little tase and paralyze the first Loomian. And that is really Geklo's really big plan to do. So they're gonna swap into their Tat Tab, and that is really all I can do with this Geklo. Like literally, there's nothing else besides that. If they want to freely swap into their fastest Loomians, that would be great. Or even all the Loomians, that would be great as well, because I can just tase them all and just pretty much just go for a huge setup from there. Now, they're going to go for the Jungutsu. I lived that one pretty nicely, even though I wasn't even effort valued or anything like that. And all I can do is just go for spare. There's literally nothing else I can do this Geklo or to the tab really. I'm just gonna just go for the tase, go for the spare, and just pretty much sacrifice my Geklo so I can swap into my Empire. And they're gonna go for the, the a strong range attack move named Nature's Force. And I'm gonna go for the couple more spare, and pretty much all I just did at this point is just sacrifice Geklo so I can get a free nice swap. Now, unexpectedly, I got quite a nice little paralyze there. It's kind of unfortunate that I actually want this thing to actually take my Geklo out, and they did, and with a nice Jungutsu, totally didn't disrespect for me with a big powerful signature move. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So I'm gonna go for now important now, and all I'm gonna go for is a nice little tribute and potentially get a nice little scare. And let's give it a go and try ourselves a nice little oh my god, I already forgot this name almost every single time when I do these sweeps. We're gonna try and get ourselves a Slivyce sweep, and hope you guys enjoy the battle. Alright guys, so that was absolutely unfortunate for me because I was actually going to get that sweep, and they actually withstand with my +4 attack with their Charnex. That was absolutely unfair for me because I was going to guarantee take it out, but they must have had, like, that Charnex Like, that thing should have gone down, but I'm assuming that 100 or at least a 99% must have at least max health effort valued or a robust melee defensive set, because that thing was tanking +4 attack with a stab icicle fang move, and that should have definitely was going to take it out, and it just managed to live. Like that's really unfortunate. But yeah, so the next battle here we're gonna get against some competitive noob. We can definitely see from a brainwash Chachi. I don't know why he's using brainwash. More about it. We'll talk about it at the end of the battle. At the end of the battle. But yeah, so we're gonna just go for the tase and go for a bunch of spares and a couple light dashes, and that's pretty much it. Now, as I said, this Loomian, like I'm gonna say right here before we do it, before we jump into the sweep, we're actually this thing actually did take a while. Like I versed a lot of players, and most of them I did a lot of like super effective with like +3 attack and stuff, and they most likely managed to live. Like this Loomian was so like it didn't able to take out a like I mean it did take out a couple of Loomians, but when it comes to stuff like a couple like a 4 times weakness, they still like they still managed to live. Like I actually had like +3, and they still managed to live most of my attacks. But besides that, those were most of my fails, and because they had abilities and items that managed to live it or stuff like that. But either way, that's pretty much it. Let's get the Slivyce sweep and enjoy the video. We'll talk about it more at the end of the battle. Alright, so I was kind of kidding there, but for real now, I was actually determined to count that as the official sweep, but I wanted to give it a one more try and see if I can actually get the sweep here. But like I said, this Loomian took me a while. Like I had a lot of fails, and I wasn't even gonna at that point. Like I was gonna even attempt some bloopers to share with y'all. But trust me, it took me a amount of fails, and I really want to just get this sweep here. So hope you guys and girls understand this point. So yeah, so we got this official battle here, and we got against someone here with a Banoki, and we're gonna actually get the sweep here. So hope you and you guys and girls are gonna enjoy this one. And boy, we're not gonna mess around here. We're actually gonna get this sweep here. So yeah. So without further ado, we're just gonna go for the tase, paralyze the first Loomian over the Banoki, and actually at this point, I'm also going for a Gleaming Banoki, so I can get myself a Banoki sweep or Banoki sweep. Like it's still in a little bit of annoyment, because the thing is, when I got the Gleaming, I actually got the Gleaming before the Banoki. Like I swapped the or the pre-evolution of Banoki, and I actually got the Gleaming before it. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for tricky tactic, just to go for small damage. They're gonna go for banana slam or Banana Slammer from Donkey Kong, the little show we don't want to talk about. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this one. Let's get the sweep and enjoy the battle. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the Slivyce sweep there. At the end, I finally got it at that last moment there. And I was a little bit scared when that Hoganashi Soulburst came in. I thought I was going to fail there. And I actually managed to take it out with +4. I'm so glad it did. Because I don't know if whether the other Loomians would have, withstand that hit or not. So I'm just glad I was able to outspeed the Loomians and actually take all of them out. So yeah, also one big thing about the sweeps is that most of my sweeps actually usually get a fail when the opponent usually swaps like immediately. Like I need at least +3 or 4 to get a sweep. So I likely need them to stay in order to get this sweep. Now, if they obviously swap, they obviously that usually fails my sweep. But when it comes to a little bit of a luck, it usually take a lot of luck in it because I don't know when the player decision is whether to stay or not. So it's totally up to them. But I need at least +3 or basically +4 in order to get it. But besides that, we got it, and hope you enjoy this one. Now, we got a Brawny Bear Clumsy Nimbleset with the Milkshake as the item. A little bit of a health coverage in case, you take a little bit of a hit, melee defensive hits or range attacking hits. Now, this thing has obviously a very frail range attack. Like, literally, anything that is a fast range attacker that has fire or something like that, usually comes in and just cleans my Slivyce. Like, this thing is a very one-hit KO for a ranged attacking, like, for any fire type Loomians. Like, let's go for example, Novadio is pretty okay fast, and can even one-shot me with Fire Breath, or any Fire Breath Loomians, like Ikazune. Infernix wasn't really something I haven't, like, thought of. I haven't even fought one of those yet. But a lot of fire ones that has a lot of Fire Breath or something like that usually ends my sweeps. And a lot of fast Loomians in general, like, there's a lot of fast ones who can usually end my sweeps. So this thing is not a very speedy one, but it's still fast enough to outspeed most things. So it's remembered. I just remember that, alright? So that's why I run something like a little bit more nimble sets, obviously. Now, I could have actually used, and I know a lot of people have used like a little bit of a moveset guides and used the very nimble spiky rush set. I think that's the signature move for, or what, not signature move, the yeah, spike rush. The strategy using a very brawny one, but for this one, we're gonna need something both that can help me. Now, I didn't want to run like spike rush, very brawny, set like everyone else usually do. Like those ones usually ends up with competitively, so I'm not gonna try to run too competitively. But this one is usually the best way to run a sweeping set. Now we have a puncher set with Icicle Fang, Bulk Up, Harrow, and Mega Chomp. Now, Bulk Up is just there to attack, get my plus attack and a little bit of a melee defense. And really, that's it. Usually that's what only movie gets. Like, I wish you could have run like Drudge or something. Could have been actually a lot more better, so I don't have to run like Nimble. Because if I actually had run something more of a bulky set, I didn't have to run like Bulk Up. I could just run Drudge or something. But obviously, didn't learn it, so I have to rely on Bulk Up. Now, it also gets Mega Chomp, pretty nice a Fang move. And also Icicle Fangs, which is obviously the signature move. It also lands a lot of more crits. Also, we have Harrow for a little bit more coverage. Now, you can obviously choose Harrow if you want to have more coverage, or Venom Chomp. Really, this is the only one of the few moves I actually used really in this sweep. Well, actually, never really. I don't know if I did use it or not. I don't think I don't know if I remember or not using it. But if you, yeah, obviously I'll have to look it back in the video. Obviously, if I actually did it, I don't know if I did or not. Sometimes I usually forget about it, and at the end of the day, I'll end up uploading the video and obviously see me using Harrow. But I most likely use Icicle Fang and Mega Chomp with it. So besides that, pretty much just go for Bulk Up, Icicle Fang. You try to get a nice crit, and then once you versus something that has if we resist it to Icicle, you can use Mega Chomp or Harrow to do it. Harrow is pretty nice move. It's a very strong spirit type move with 90 strength with 100 accuracy. It does cost 50 energy, but it's more there just for extra coverage. Now, I also have a chance to poison them. I could use that for Toxic Sack with that combination maybe, but I don't think I really need it. It's just a 20% with it technically. I'm pretty sure Toxic Sack gives you a 10% chance to give poison them the opponent. And with Harrow, may also doing it, but I don't know what exactly may means. I mean, it can be chance, so who knows. So besides that, I only have Harrow for coverage, extra coverage, and after that, it's just Mega Chomp and Icicle Fang spam, and that's it. Now, we didn't really got to use anything. We didn't even able to fight somebody. Wait, then again, I actually did. I did. Fought some bulky Loomians on those fails when I got it. However, those battles took, like, there were a lot of just me spamming Bulk Up and trying to get a sweep, but at the end it was just basically me failing, and obviously people could have seen me fail there at the end, so there was not really anything to see there anyway. So I didn't really got to show you people in this battle or these sweeps, you could have to tell, but it's likely to be better use than the Toxic Sack. So yeah, but anyways, the TPs and the ups, obviously ups is just maximum, just obviously want to run those. We got a max melee attack with 200 for melee attack, 170 for speed, energy for 70, and 60 for health. You can actually choose to run more speed than energy if you want to. I wanted to run a little more energy because you don't know if you're gonna be using bulk up more often or not. Because here's the thing about this sweep. I likely needed those bulk ups more than ever in order to get this sweep, but you can obviously choose to not run max. You don't have to run a lot of energy. You know, I mean, I was gonna even think about using 65 and 75, like making it a little more of a split health and energy, or like a little split between speed and energy. But I didn't really know if I wanted to do it or not because I needed a lot of speed in order to get this, get at least 150. Because 150 speed makes you a very fast sweeper. Besides that, really, that's really I can really see for this Slivyce. It's a pretty okay speedy one, but not as fast as some of the speedy competitive ones. And yeah, that's really it. So you can change the set to more of a bulky set if you want to run like a spike rush set. Totally works fine. For this sweep specifically, I needed that nimble and brawny at the same time. So um, and besides that, I mean, it has a pretty okay melee defense. You can run more of a bulky set if you wanted technically. However, you're gonna have to versus a lot of. You have to realize you're gonna be versing a little bit more of the, your friendly range attackers. And like I said, there is a lot of fast Loomians, and they're more likely to counter Slivyce sets, and you're likely to only use it when you're versus something that wants to stall you or something like that. But besides that, it's pretty much useless. I'm going to say it right here. It's very useless. Like, it's not even a good Loomian to use in competitive, unless you're versus something that has a lot of stalling. So yeah. Besides that, that is pretty much the Slivyce set here, and I hope you guys enjoy all the sweeps there. My first battle, we got a fail because the Charnix has a very bulky set, you could say. The second one, we got a sweep, but technically we got a little of like a baby sweep, which I reclaimed it at the third battle, and we managed to get one nice and smoothly. So yeah, besides that, that is pretty much it for the Slivyce sweep here. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Later on, by the time this video is up, I think I'm gonna be uploading actually no, I'm probably gonna do it on Saturday. I think I'm gonna upload a live stream, so if you guys obviously are new, make sure to be there if you want to be or not. If you want to obviously be part of it, I'm not gonna say which time I'm gonna be uploaded on that stream because I don't know what specific time I'll be doing it, but eventually I will stream on Saturday. On this lunar event, so make sure to click the link in the description to follow me on Twitch, so you can be a part of it if you want to be of it. And we might even do some giveaways on Loomian Legacy. So if you want to enter the giveaway, there's your chance right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and yeah, and as always, stay lucky out there. Make sure to check out some of my other videos if you really appreciate it. We recently watched the Kratos versus Asura battle on my channel. Make sure to watch that. Appreciate it as well. I'll probably leave the link, or not link, but probably leave it at the end of the video, probably right here. And yeah, stay lucky out there. And as always, stay lucky out there. Take care, boys and girls. And see you then. Next time.